Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 16 of Inside the Numbers. I'm Hunter Aschenbrenner. That's Jake Auerbach. Today, a very special episode. The New York Knicks have advanced to their first NBA Finals in 27 years, and we're going to talk all about the past series as they swept the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is going to be quite an amazing episode, and I'm ready to get into it.
Yeah, obviously huge series against the Cavs and uh sweep. They brought out the brooms again and they're heading
Yeah.
to the NBA Finals. I mean, that's just crazy to say that the New York Knicks are in the NBA Finals. But what is it? 11 straight games that they've won.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an incredible run right now, one of the best in NBA history.
Yeah.
It's historic what we're watching right now, and it's obviously super fun to watch, and we hope it continues.
Yeah, for the second straight series, they sweep. They demolished the 76ers, and then they had the 8 days of rest, or 9 or 10 days of rest, and then they come back and they sweep the Cavaliers. And now, for the first time in 27 years, there's going to be June basketball played at Madison Square Garden. There's going to be NBA Finals basketball played in Madison Square Garden, and it's amazing. We have 8 days to celebrate this as we await our opponent. We'll talk about the Spurs and Thunder Game 5 later. And then it's 4 more wins. It's 4 wins away from basketball immortality, and that's the goal now.
Yeah, I mean, a championship for the Knicks would destroy New York City.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just, yeah, I can't even think what would happen if they win. I mean,
Yeah.
crazy.
And here's the one stat before we get into the entire series that shows how dominant this postseason run has been for the Knicks. The best point differential in the first 14 games of the postseason, the Knicks are the best with a plus 271. Under them, the 2017 Warriors 237, 1987 Lakers 212, 1971 Bucks 203, 1996 Bulls 188, and 3 other teams. All of those teams won the NBA Finals. And the Knicks are next on that list. And they're going to they're awaiting their opponent now, and they've absolutely steamrolled everybody in the Eastern Conference, and they've done it. They've advanced for the first time since 1999.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put anything down on the Knicks right now. Obviously, it's pretty hard to do that after winning 11 straight playoff games. But the opponents, you could say what you want, but they're all playoff teams. They're all
Exactly.
legit playoff teams. The Cavs just beat the number 1 seed Pistons, who were a legit NBA final contender. And they beat them in 7 games. So the Cavs were a very legit team. You know, they have got good players all around. Donovan Mitchell is a very, very, very good player. And the Knicks just demolished them. Like this is crazy what we're watching right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll start off getting into the series by going back not that far. It was only 6 days ago. Game 1. It was the Knicks coming off 9 days of rest, second straight year in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Garden is ready, and the Knicks look rusty. That was the big conversation. Would they come out ready to go, or would the rush show? And that's exactly what happened. For the first 3 quarters, the Knicks, they didn't look right. They were getting smoked. They were not making their shots. The offense was stagnant. And it came a point with about 7.5 minutes left in the game, or in regulation, the Knicks found themselves down 22 points. And you're starting to think, all right, if it gets out of hand, you're going to have the bench players come in, you move on to game 2. But then Jalen Brunson took over. Jalen Brunson hunted James Harden on basically every single possession, brought the Knicks all the way back, and they end up winning in overtime by 11 points, and it was probably the best Knicks win in the history of the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching, and I was probably 2 or 3 minutes away from shutting off the TV, going to get in bed and whatever. And I'm sure Mike Brown was probably 2 or 3 minutes away from putting the bench in.
Yeah.
So who
But
knows what
then
would have happened? But
Captain Clutch with 38 points, and it was an unbelievable moment, and that was unreal.
I mean, it was crazy watching it. Like the entire game, we expected the Knicks to look rusty, not playing for what 10 or 11 days. You
Yeah.
kind of expect that, not playing up to a playoff speed. Cavs didn't even look that strong. It was more
hmm
just the Knicks looking bad, and all of a sudden something switched. Brunson took
Well,
over the
something
entire.
actually switched. It was called Dean Wade to James Harden. That
Yeah,
was the switch,
yeah.
and
Um,
they took over, and
Russ.
they flipped the script from game one last year, and it was.
Yeah,
I mean, last year we know Aaron Nesmith took over. They came all the way back, and then Halliburton hits that shot that goes off the back iron and bounces all the way up and then in. And this year, the Knicks got two very lucky bounces. Obviously, Landry Shamet, who we will talk about, he had that three from the right wing, bounced up around the rim, and it falls. And then Sam Merrill, I don't know how that shot didn't go in. Mike Breen half banged it, and somehow the Knicks survived to overtime, and then they won by 11 points. I mean, a 33-point turnaround in 12 minutes. That's
I
just
mean half
yeah.
half the ball was in on Merrill's shot.
It was. I mean, I don't know how that shot doesn't go in. I
It's
don't
kind
know.
of.
It's a team of destiny.
I could just about to say that. I could see this coming back if the Knicks win the title. We come back here in 2 or 3 weeks. We look at the Sam Merrill shot, how that ball was basically in and bounced out. And we look at last year's shot from Halliburton where it looked out and it somehow found the hoop.
Yep.
We can look at those two shots and be like, difference between last year's team and this year's team. There it is. So
hmm
that could go down. I mean, who knows what happens if the Cavs win that game?
Yeah,
You know
the
what I
game
mean?
mentally it demoralized them, and it took away
Yeah.
their heart, and it basically they were done after that. And
You saw the other 3 games of the series. They never they had nothing. They were done.
nope.
Once they blew
And
that game, the series was over.
there were so many people for the Knicks that stepped up to get this sweep done, and probably the main one was Landry Shamet. Look, this guy last year a non-guaranteed contract, then he dislocates his shoulder, and he's out for a while. The Knicks say they're going to keep him. They want this guy on the team, and then Leon Rose trades up in the G League draft to get him, so he can rehab with the team and not have to go somewhere else. And then this doesn't happen, and then in this year's training camp, a new head coach, the Shamet stick, you don't know. Garrison Matthews, Malcolm Brogdon, Landry Shamet. That was the final roster spot competition for the Knicks in training camp. Garrison Matthews was out. Malcolm Brogdon retires, and it leads to Landry Shamet, and then he hurts his shoulder again. And then he comes back. He's removed from the rotation early in the playoffs, stays ready, gets put back in during the Philly series, and now 11 for 12 from three-point range during this series, and all of them were big.
Yeah, I mean, he was electric. It kind of just seemed like once he got in the game versus Philly and really stepped up, he just couldn't miss from then on. It kind of seemed like he's in a heat check still,
Mhm.
it seems like, from 2 weeks ago in that Philly series. It
Yeah.
kind of seems like that. It kind of seems like once he hit that first three, he was just going. He has not stopped. He has just kept producing, kept knocking down threes. It has been crazy to watch how automatic he's been and how crucial he's been for the Knicks coming off the bench.
Yeah, and he's playing great defense. He's giving
Yeah.
energy. I mean, he's doing it all. And Mike Brown has trust in him. I mean, he's trusted him all year to play, and it's paying dividends. Like, he's another guy that's just has been unbelievable. And the other guy that really stepped up, which was in relation to Shamet, was Josh Hart. Look, coming into the series, it was the Cavs are going to play off of Hart. They're going to let him shoot that shot. Even though he's a 42% shooter, he's the weakest shooter on the team. They're going to leave him. They're going to let that happen, and if he's not going to make it, then the Knicks aren't going to flow smoothly. And that's what was happening in game one. Hart was missing, and the Knicks weren't scoring. And then Mike Brown made the adjustment of the series, and he benched Hart in game one for Landry Shamet. And Shamet comes in, and we said what happened, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, the first 3 quarters of game one, Josh Hart looked completely lost. He was, not shooting well at all. He was making dumb passes, turning the ball over, and wasn't even that great on defense or getting rebounds. He just looked lost. And then something switched in game 2. He had the best game of his season, arguably.
Yeah, 26 points, 5 for 11 from 3. He reminded everyone who he is. I mean, even when he's not knocking down threes, he can impact the game in so many ways.
Yeah.
And he was doing it on all cylinders, and it's the reason they went up 2-0, and he was unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, he's this scrappy guard in their lineup who goes out, plays elite defense, gets rebounds, makes plays, and he's not even really a scorer at all. Out of the starting lineup, he's the 5th scorer. And for a guy like that to put up, what do you say, 24 points?
26.
26 points, hitting 5 threes, that's how you win. That's how you win games. So when you get guys that aren't your top guys to score, that's just elite basketball, and he has been awesome since game 1.
Yeah, I mean, he was amazing. And look, the big thing with the Knicks, with this Knicks core, when they were built, and they were originally beat Boston, and they did that last year. It was the whole wing stop, and that consisted of OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. And last year they worked out, but they didn't win the championship. This year they're working out even more, and they're all clicking during the playoffs. We'll talk about Bridges later. But the guy that I want to move to now is OG Anunoby. He returned from that hamstring injury. He didn't look right in the first game or two. I mean, looks like he was definitely rusty coming off a 2-week injury. But then game 3 and 4, he was back to making plays on all levels, dunking the ball on incredible alley-oops from Brunson and getting steals, going all the way, knocking down shots. I mean, he does everything for this team. He's their engine, basically, and it's huge that he looks back to being OG Anunoby.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 games, you could tell something was off. He wasn't running right. He just wasn't moving right at all. And then he knocks down a couple big shots, and then in game 3 and game 4, he really looks like himself again, playing elite defense as always, being named to second team all defense.
Yeah, he should have been first, but...
Yeah, I saw Mike Brown said he got snubbed, but
yeah,
not important right now. The Knicks are focused on bigger things than that.
Much
but I mean, it's good to see a guy like that getting recognition. He's not always really the hero for the Knicks. You look at guys like Brunson and Towns, but like you said, I think the motor of this team is OG Anunoby. He just does everything for the Knicks. Like, there's not one bad part about his game where you can really attack him or try to exploit him, but he is just that good of a player all around.
Yeah, and he was playing great defense on Evan Mobley. He does everything. I mean, the starting lineup, like looking through this roster, I don't see a player that you can really say didn't have a good series. I mean, I don't think Brunson had the best series, honestly. And he still won the Eastern Conference MVP and averaged 26 a game. I mean, that's just how insane this team is clicking right now.
Well, the
next
Eastern
guy,
Conference MVP, that doesn't really. They had to give it to Brunson.
I mean, I don't know.
They weren't giving it to anyone else. There was never.
Yeah, I guess, but he wasn't. I still don't think he had an amazing series.
Well, I don't think
even though he averaged 26.
I don't think he had a bad series at all, but he definitely was. I don't think he was. I don't know if he was the best player in the series. But they weren't going to give it to anyone other than Brunson. That's just how.
Yeah,
the awards
I guess.
work.
But the next guy I want to move on to is Karl Anthony Towns. We said how he's been the hub of the offense, and he's been facilitating at an insane rate since Game 3 of the Atlanta series. And that continued. I mean, he's playing outside. He's getting matched up. This was probably his hardest matchup against Mobley and Allen. And if they advance, he's going to have an even harder matchup. He's going to have Wemby, or when they advance, or when they play the next round, he's going to have Wemby, or he's going to have Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein. I mean, it's not getting easier for a cat down low. But look, he was amazing again. I mean, efficient, playing great defense, rebounding. This team is connected, and they're playing amazing, and Karl Anthony Towns was great.
Yeah, I think him playing this well especially on the perimeter. He's shooting lights out throughout the playoffs. I think it opens up opportunities for other guys as well. I think it draws a lot of attention to him, especially from the bigs, and it can give opportunities to more guys in the corner, like OG Anunoby or Josh Hart or Mikal Bridges. I think that's where his success really spreads out to, and it's not just himself who's producing because of himself.
Yeah, he's reading the game he's reading it perfectly.
Yeah.
And look, that's what happens when they're clicking on all cylinders and everyone's knocking down shots. And this is the results you see. And the big guy that, he probably had the best series out of everyone, Mikal freaking Bridges. What else is there to say? That's it. He's worth all those picks. Send more. Brooklyn can take every pick forever. I don't really care. Take him. Mikal Bridges, he's shooting almost 60% from the field from the playoffs. It feels like he never misses. Like, it feels like when he's in that mid-range shot, it's always going to go in. That little free throw line extended shot, it's always going in. And he did it again. Since Game 3 of the Atlanta series where he had 0 points, he's been a playoff riser, and he's been the guy on this team that we wanted when we traded for him and when we got from Brooklyn. He's playing amazing defense. He's knocking down shots at all levels. He's attacking the rim like we like to see. When he doesn't, he usually doesn't. He'll just fade away. He's playing aggressive. He was probably the player of the series for me.
I think he was definitely the most consistent player of this series.
Yeah.
He's just knocking down every shot right now. Since Game 3, we keep saying this, but something
changed.
I don't know what happened. I hope they win.
That's
the
marking point.
I hope there's a documentary about this team if they win the finals, and they have some footage from the Game 3 locker room, and there's something there where we can see what happened to Mikal Bridges, because we know he took that very personally. Obviously you don't want to show up with 0 points in a playoff game.
And he was starting to cry during media.
Yeah.
Something.
See how much this means to him, and now he's just automatic. He's playing so well, and Brooklyn can take all these picks. I don't really care. I saw so many Nets fans on social media and whatever saying, "Oh, 5 first-round picks for a guy with 0 points."
Enjoy them.
Take 10 picks. Take 10 more.
Enjoy your 16-year-olds. Enjoy them.
Yeah, they're traded us Mikal Bridges for a guy who is probably in 4th grade right now, and they're 38 first-round pick. I don't care, dude.
Yeah, enjoy it. This another thing with this coaching. Before I want to talk about the Spurs and Thunder. Mike Brown, they said on the broadcast last night that before Game 1, Mike Brown, the coaches, piled up the footage from last year's after the Knicks lost in Indiana Game 6. And they showed them shaking hands with Halliburton and Siakam and Turner, and while the Pacers were celebrating, the Knicks, you saw the look on their faces. And it was over, and they lost, and they have to go home. And the message from Mike Brown was, how did you feel in this moment? You don't want to ever feel like that again. So don't. Go and don't play with your food. Go and take control. Win. And that's exactly what they did and what they've done for the last month and a week. They haven't lost since April 23rd. That's insane. We're in the playoffs.
That's over a month. And yeah, it's not just a long win streak. They're against playoff teams.
It's dominance.
They're playing in playoff atmospheres.
And they lost both games by 1 point.
Yeah.
They're a free throw or 2 away in both games from being undefeated into the postseason, into the NBA Finals. This team they're amazing. And the one sad thing that we have to go to the finals is we only have 7 games maximum with this team remaining. And they've been special to watch. They've captured the hearts of the city, of every single fan. You see the videos from Radio City Musical, from outside.
You see me.
Yeah, you see everybody.
When have I ever been this into the Knicks?
Never.
I don't care about the NBA. I will say it right now, I do not care about the NBA as much as I do for at least 5 or 6 other sports. And right now, I'm in love with this team. That's how good they've been. Like, every game is so fun to watch because this team is just not missing a shot, and they are
It's
just
like
dominating.
you turned
Like,
it on, they're up by 20 and a half. See you tomorrow. I mean, that's it.
it looks like they're an NBA All-Star team playing against a bunch of college kids. That's what it looks like right
pretty
now.
much.
They're
This
just
is
bullying
hypothetical. This is
everyone.
what when people say, if Ohio State played against the Raiders, this is
Yeah.
what would happen. It's just
From the
it's-
Raiders side, obviously.
yeah. I mean,
It's such a dumb debate when people say that.
yeah, I know, but I mean, they're so much better. They're dominating everyone else. They see a weakness and they attack it. I mean, James Harden basically handed the Knicks this series. He was horrible.
Terrible.
I mean, he would miss a shot. He would throw up a brick and then not get back on defense, and it leads to an easy 2 for the Knicks. I mean, it's like clockwork. And, I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully in the analytical Game 5, the Cavs will be able to win. But we'll have to see.
I hope there's a stat somewhere. I can maybe look for it. Out of all the points that the Knicks scored throughout the 4 games, how many of them were Harden's like liability or guy?
Yeah,
Or, like how
I
many
don't
of the
know.
points
I
were
mean,
scored on him? I don't know if that's a stat or anything, but I wonder how much because they were just
maybe
attacking him all
Kenny
series.
Atkinson's
Kenny Atkinson had no answer.
analytics probably has the answer there.
Do you think we won last night in the analytic game?
I don't know. It's going to be close. Hopefully we'll win
It's
Game
either-
5.
It's either 2. Yeah, there's going to be at least a Game 5.
Game 5's going to be
Um,
tough. I mean, but I mean that's a quote that I can't believe was real. I mean,
People are going to look back on that in 5 years and like.
I
That
can't
might be a
believe he said
sticker
that.
in 5 years. That's just a joke and I could see an ESPN Instagram post right now. It's just like analytically we're up 2-1, and then under that it's like they were actually down 3-0. Like
Yeah, I mean, and the last point on the Cavs. I mean, Jalen Brunson has taken Donovan Mitchell's dream life. I mean, it's honestly sad. Like Donovan Mitchell is one of my favorite non-Knicks in the entire NBA. He never complains. He never whines about anything like Shea, who we might see. And that's something we're going to be talking about. I respect the hell out of him as a player. He's amazing to watch. And I thought he was going to be a Knick, and I wanted him as a Knick. And he wanted to be a Knick. I mean, he grew up a Knick fan, and he wanted to be the hero in orange and blue that was dominating in the Garden and leading the team back to the finals. And now he has to be the one on the other side watching it happen. And Jalen Brunson has taken it. And Jalen Brunson is the captain of this team. He's the leader. And he's everything you could have ever wanted from the point guard of the Knicks.
yeah, I mean, how's this for Mitchell? You lose to the team you grew up watching. You get swept in the conference finals, and then you have to go home. Basketball's over, and you have to watch the Mets. He's a big Mets fan.
Yeah, he is.
So that's a big turn of
Pretty
events
rough.
there.
Pretty rough.
But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to say Brunson really took his dream life. But
I mean, tell me it's not true. I mean,
no, yeah, from basketball side, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Mitchell obviously wanted to come to the Knicks. The Knicks wanted him. Knicks fans wanted him. Things just ultimately didn't get done. The Cavs made a better offer, I think.
yeah, the Jazz did not want Quentin Grimes. Or the Jazz wanted Quentin Grimes, and the
Knicks
Knicks
weren't willing
wouldn't
to.
trade him, I'm pretty sure.
It's interesting. But
But yeah, I mean,
obviously
look,
we're kind of a blessing in disguise.
for sure. I mean, I don't know if we're here if that happens. Jalen Brunson wouldn't have turned into the player he is. I mean, without being ball dominant like he is now.
Yeah. So interesting there, but obviously grateful to have Brunson. But
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell is a borderline superstar level player. He's that good. He played well all series. He's kind of the only one in the Cavs who showed any bit of heart after game 1. So
And then last thing before we end this recap, so tonight the Spurs, the Thunder, they're gonna get going for Game 5 of what I think is gonna be a 7-game series. The Knicks get to just relax on their couch and watch and let these two teams beat up on each other. They already are. I mean, the Thunder are missing Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell, with hamstring and calf injuries. The Spurs, they're both playing, but Harper and Fox are both banged up. I mean, so both these teams, it's going to be a tough matchup. Whoever we get, I've been rooting for the Spurs. I want us to get them, but it's going to be tough. But you just hope these two teams beat up on each other.
Something went out. I couldn't hear anything you said the last 10 seconds.
Oh, really? I was saying how
Sorry.
the Thunder and Spurs are both beat up completely. The Thunder without J-Dub and A.J. Mitchell with hamstring and calf injuries. The Spurs, Fox, and Harper are both playing, but they're both banged up. So it's going to be a tough series regardless, whoever we play. But you just hope these two teams continue to beat each other up and play for a long series.
Yeah, you kind of hope. It doesn't really matter who wins tonight, but you hope the other team wins Game 6, and there is a Game 7. So they can't really rest that much, and they have to kind of have the same turnaround the Cavs did. And obviously we see how that went.
Well, it's gonna be a bit different. There's built-in rest going into the finals.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you have to play a 7-game series. It's gonna weigh on you more.
Especially with how physical and just big and good these two teams are.
They're both ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough challenge for the Knicks against either team. Obviously, with the Thunder, the main concern, honestly, it's the refs at this point. You watch a Thunder game and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he just falls on every play.
Everyone on their team. They throw themselves on the ground every game. They're Hartenstein's hard fouling Wemby. I mean, come on. It's going to be very annoying to watch if we have to. But, I mean, I'm rooting for the Spurs. I really think the Knicks can beat this Spurs team. The Thunder are harder to see, but I think they can go toe-to-toe with each of these teams.
Yeah, I just think Victor Wembanyama's, his nickname is an alien, but I truly think he is not a human being. He is just, he's crazy. He genuinely has GOAT potential.
Yeah, he does. I mean,
he's only 22 years old. He is 7'5" and has all the talent in the world. He genuinely, in 20 years, we could be looking back on Victor Wembanyama and being it could be the top 3. The debate could be LeBron, Jordan, and Wemby.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that could be realistic. I mean, the Knicks have been able to stop him so far when they've played him. Mitchell Robinson's been able to guard him. OG Anunoby's done a good job on him, and now Cat's playing great defense too. So look, I can't wait to preview that, which we will in the next. Whenever we know our opponent, we'll preview it. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy to say, like Mike Breen said last night. Believe it, Knicks fans. The New York Knicks are headed back to the NBA Finals for the first time in 27 years. I mean,
and hearing Mike Breen say that is special. It's not
it's amazing.
Obviously, any other.
Look, if Mike Tirico said it would have been great, but it's Mike Breen. I mean,
it's Mike Breen, the voice of the Knicks for
many
years. That's perfect. Is he calling the NBA Finals too?
Yeah. Wow. Finals are on ABC.
Maybe the triple bang he's always talked about.
Look, he said in the past that if they hit a game winner in the finals,
if they hit a buzzer beater to win the NBA Finals, in an to clinch the trophy for the Knicks, he will give a triple bang. So we'll see. I mean
that'd be crazy, but we'll preview that in the future when we know our opponent. But the Knicks are gonna have 8 days of rest and get their bodies right, be able to get ready and go on the road to the West Coast, to San Antonio or OKC.
Very long 8 days for Knicks fans.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
just
be able to celebrate, but just
yeah,
another 8 days without Nick Ball.
Yeah, it's rough.
But that is going to do it for episode 16 of Inside the Numbers. We will be back in the next couple days. Everyone, the New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. Enjoy it.